Okay, I'm hoping this will work out this time. This is my third take at this video. Planes have gotten in the way, and I opened my Facebook in one of them. My voice just completely changed thanks to my camera in the other, so I'm going to try to run through this as fast as possible. But this video is me talking about some of my favorite resources and websites for different pets online. They can be valuable if you're first getting a pet, if you're thinking about getting a pet, even if you already have an animal that you're interested in learning more about, or if you're interested in discussing different topics with different people online. Maybe you're just interested in the topic in general. But I'm going to share some of my favorite resources for you, great for doing different types of research. The first is going to be my favorite Russian tortoise website. And you can find that simply by searching Russian tortoise on Google. It's the first result. It's the Russian tortoise at www.russiantortoise.org or russiantortoise.net. It comes up to this main page here, which provides a nice description of Russian tortoises. There's even a photo gallery on an attached sister site, and there's all sorts of interesting basic information like care sheets, which I get a lot of my information from, and even something about breeding here. I don't know a lot about that. Great place for answering breeding questions that I don't really have a great answer to. One of my favorite pages on this is the edible plants section. You can look at all these different plants that are maybe something that grows in your house or in your yard, like hibiscus or aloe. And those are plants that aren't straight out of the grocery store, and it's kind of a fun experience to find something natural to feed your tortoise in your own environment, if you will. Toxic Plants is a site, or excuse me, a page that contrasts that. So you can ascertain what is not good to be feeding your tortoise or letting your tortoise chew on, like azalea or black-eyed Susan. The edible plant site even lists the part of the plants that is edible. Then there's some pictures here of the tortoise table that the author has, the UVB output of bulbs, vitamin A content, so everything from basic info to technical info at russiantortoise.net. Definitely my favorite Russian tortoise site. Stumbled upon it with a Google search, have used it ever since. My hermit crab site was found much the same way. My top pick for hermit crabs is hermitcrabs.com. Hermitcrabs.com, if it will load for me, is a great site. It looks a little bit dated when you first pop up to it, but it's really a great site for basic care. I love the FAQ, the frequently asked questions page on this site. It's got all these different problems you might encounter and what to do in that situation. There's even some different parts and pieces that can be used for identification that are pictured and listed on the site. And that is hermitcrabs.com, hermit-crabs.com. Also able to be found with a simple Google search. Pangea Reptile is my top pick for crested geckos. Crested geckos and other reptiles can be found on Pangea Reptile. Pangea Reptile actually serves as a retail site, and that's what it looks like when you first pop up. Big title, reptile supplies. I love some of the supplies here. I actually gave away a gift card to this site in my last reptile contest. Cup holder dishes are really something I think are cool on this site. And there's everything from the products to care sheets and really interesting forums where you can talk about different reptile issues, especially about geckos, and get some replies from other people who have shared the experiences. Keeping it in line with forums, my top pick for now with fish and aquariums is fishlore.com. Provides relatively accurate information about fish, which I think is kind of a rare find in terms of aquarium websites. Again, I say relatively accurate. There are a couple of things I might disagree with, but that comes with the territory. And then a great thing about Fishlore, in addition to things like the fish profile of the day, all the different fish profiles and information, an aquarium calculator, there is a forum section where you can, just like on Pangea, discuss with different people your issues, your questions, opinions. Great place to discuss different things with people who might have shared experiences or have a little bit of input. And then my last site is my top pick for the other section, the miscellaneous section, which is primarily about those animals that we don't put in tanks or cages, goats and chickens, namely. For this site, it's the Hen Cam, run by one of my absolute favorite internet personas, Terry Golson. I think she's fantastic. I really admire her. You can actually see her hens and her goats, Pip and Caper, and her whole menagerie of chickens via streaming cams. Hen Cam and Goat Cam are available on this site. Excuse the fire alarm going off in the background. Close the window. But there's a lot of different things on this site. In addition to the cams, there's a wonderful blog I follow religiously with everything from the animal information to cooking to gardening. Here's an article right here about her pumpkin patch. And then there's a lot of different things about questions and care for hens especially. Terry's actually an author, and she does a fantastic job with the site. So those are my top picks for sites. This is hencam.com. We had for fish, fishlore.com, for geckos, pangeareptile.com. That also serves as my other reptiles top pick. RussianTortoises.org for my tortoise website pick, and for hermit crabs, hermitcrabs.com. You can find all of these with a Google search if you're not going to get the URL down, or if I might be messing that up slightly. You saw the sites here, you can go find them with a Google search. These are great sites, so if you're interested in doing any research or looking up some information, maybe having a discussion with someone, these are some sites you might want to start with. And as always, you're welcome to ask me questions on Aquarium Lover 1, which is right here on YouTube. If you're watching this video, chances are you've come across my channel at one point or another. So I'll leave you with that image, one hopefully you're more familiar with. So again, check out those sites, and hopefully you'll get some good information.